Hello everybody and welcome back to my F1 2021 My Team Career Mode. We are now at France, round 6 of the final season, and we are presenting a new livery for the rest of the season, going back to the black and purple of the early part of this career mode. So if you haven't seen the last race in Canada, let me tell you, it was chaos. And eventually Lance Stroll took the win, but we got second place owing to a chaotic race, and Leclerc didn't finish, so we managed to take a nice bite out of his championship lead. But here we are in France trying to get out of what I think is Q2, and really not being helped here by Mick Schumacher. Thanks for that, mate. I really appreciate that. But somehow we still set the fastest time, and we're able to take the fastest time through to the next part of qualifying. So that was Q2, and now we are in Q3, and you can see my teammates down in 14th. I'm really considering replacing Michael Schumacher in the second half of the season. He's just not there, is he? Anyway, we are now here trying to qualify for the French Grand Prix, and we have set two very strong sector times. And it's now down to these last couple of corners. Can we nail them? Left-hander. I kind of hit the second apex, but missed the first. But in the right-hander, we hit that fine. And it is now a sprint for the line. What will our time be? I have a good feeling about this lap, and I think that is a really good lap.
Good job, mate.
And
really
I think,
well done. That was a fantastic drive.
And Jeff is congratulating me on said lap, so I really believe this could be pole position here. And you know what? It is pole position. Max Verstappen will start second, Gasly third, and Leclerc, by the looks of it, not even making the top 10. So, wow, this is championship starting to come undone just a little bit here.
Welcome along then to France, host of the world-famous Tour de France. But we're not talking two wheels today, we're talking four, in a country widely thought of as giving birth to the art of motor racing back in the late 1800s. We've come a long way since then, and you're about to find out how far. It's time for the French Grand Prix. The circuit Paul Ricard then, a 3.6-mile track, 25 miles east of Marseille. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, with the main overtaking chance expected going into turn 8. Top speeds today should be around 205 miles per hour. Anthony Davidson, a very warm welcome to you as you join me in the commentary box for today's event. Let's talk about Joker. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
They've been avoiding mistakes and have had solid pace, so it's been a good season so far, but whether they can keep that up long term remains to be seen.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Joker lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Gasly, Aitken, Yuki Tsunoda, and Giovinazzi, Bottas, Vettel, Stroll, and Robert Schwartzman, Mick Schumacher, Russell, Charles Leclerc, and Michael Schumacher, Norris, Latifi, Christian Lundgaard, and Callum Ilott, Joe, Mazepin, Ocon, and Artem Markelov. Now, it's almost time for lights out.
Right then, we are on the grid here for the French Grand Prix, getting ready for the start. 27 laps, it's overcast, but it's dry. And it's lights out and away we go. Those were very long lights. I go across to cover Max Verstappen. Pierre Gasly's got a lightning quick start though. And look at Yuki Tsunoda down the inside. Both AlphaTauris getting past me then. It's an AlphaTauri 1-2 at the start of this race. We're in third, Aitken fourth, Verstappen in fifth. So for the first time in a while, no Red Bull in the top 5. And, well, for the start anyway, and there's a virtual safety car, and I believe that's because an Alfa Romeo has gone into somebody. You can see it there. There is an Alfa Romeo causing a bit of a traffic jam with no
Positive
front
delta
wing.
until the green flags.
So at the end of lap 1, the virtual safety car ends and it's an Alpha Tauri 1-2. I'm in 3rd, Aitken 4th, Verstappen 5th. And for the first time at the beginning of a race, I meant to say, neither Red Bull in the top 5. Canada being the last race, neither Red Bull made the top 5 at the end of that after George Russell took damage. But right now, we're trying to hold off both Mercedes because Jack Aitken is really wanting a go, P3, but we are going to completely keep him covered here down the straight. We've got just that little bit more momentum that is keeping us ahead. But the next lap is the DRS lap, and the Alpha Tauri's there. You can see it just starting to stretch a bit of a gap, and I've got a few cars behind me, up into and including a Red Bull, which I believe is George Russell, towards the bottom end of the points. But now, this is where we're going to be tested. The DRS is available, and Jack Aitken in the Mercedes is having a go down the inside. Jack Aitken has got that done. We're going to have to try and outbrake him here to keep the position. We do outbrake him, and we do sweep round the outside. So
Check your
Aitken,
MFD for a
while
new
he had his
strategy
car
option.
down the inside, it just
2
wasn't
seconds.
quite enough. And Aitken again just trying to have a look, but no way through there. And we do a little bit of track extended. Aitken again trying to come back up the inside. I give him just a little bit of room. Aitken has nudged me there. I'm going around the outside. And again, sticking to the outside and keeping that P3. So the battle continues. Right, next lap, Verstappen is on us. Aitken has made his first stop. And Verstappen having a look, but he was going around the outside there, so that wasn't going to work. Right, what are we watching here? There's a battle going on between what I think is Mick Schumacher, Michael Schumacher, and Lando Norris. And Norris has gone into Michael Schumacher, and round he goes. He's taken damage there. The two Schumachers battling. Lando trying to go around the outside. He's gone round and gone into Michael Schumacher there, so he spun into him. Lando was looking like he was going round the outside, just carried too much speed, and he spun into my teammate. So
Racing on the exit.
that's unfortunate for Norris, who is now out of the race.
Only one stop to go.
As we
One
now
stop
leave
left
the
in this
pit.
strategy.
The safety car out on circuit at the moment, and we've had our first pit stop under the safety car. So hopefully we don't lose too much. In fact, there's Tsunoda dead in front of us, followed by quite a few of the one-stoppers. They should be quite easily dispatched. Green flag racing, we are away again. I'm trying to have a look at Tsunoda, but he's got more speed on the getting out of the corner. So we're going to have a look down the inside here with a very late move. And that is P10. And there's a bollard stuck to my car. And sorry, that's P11 even. And now we're catching Markelov, who is hanging on to P10. But I can't imagine he'll be in it long. We're just going to have a look up the inside here. Superior tyres, superior car, down the inside. And that is us back into the points. Next up is Zhou Guanyu in the Williams.
Brilliant. Nice
And
move.
he's tucked up behind Nikita Mazepin in the Haas. And we're trying to move forwards without losing too much time to the race leaders. And in fact, round the outside of Zhou Guanyu we go there to get the inside for the next part of the corner. The move is done. Now we're on not Nikita Mazepin. This is Esteban Ocon. Mazepin we got through quite easily. Ocon though not making it easy, but we're going to once again nip down the inside. Next up is Lundgaard. And I'm thinking, is there a cheeky little move around the outside here available to us? With the momentum we have, yes there is! And that is one of my favourite overtakes. Next up then is Callum Ilott in the Williams, who is in P5. And he is also yet to stop. But I bet he would love to try and hold on to that position. That's his best finish, don't forget. He had that finish in Monaco in Season 4. And now we're going to try and go around the outside of Ilott. And this is a move and a half if we can pull it off. We have pulled it off and we gain P5. Ahead of us is Pierre Gasly, who is our effective race leader. This is once again me just going around the outside of Ilott. the traction we had there was really good. So we were using the new tyres to our advantage. Right, we've now caught Pierre Gasly, who is leading the way once the one-stoppers pit. I'm in P2 and trying to find a way past him to take the lead and get back the win. Gasly so far really doing an incredible race for his home crowd, but is that about to come undone now because we're right behind him? Got a warning for exceeding track limits there. That's a little bit cheeky by us, but this is it. We are on the main straight now. Can we get ahead of Pierre Gasly? Is this move on? Gasly goes to cover. We move to the outside. We're going to sweep round, take the position, take the race lead. Bada bing, bada boom. Into the lead of this French Grand Prix then, with not an awful lot of it left. We've now made our second stops, and we've got to get past George Russell then. So Russell becomes now the effective race leader with the hard tyres, and he shouldn't be too difficult to pass. And we're watching an Alfa Romeo come to a halt here. So his race is done. He lost his front wing earlier on, and now it's race over. You can't park there, mate. Anyway, we are now right with George Russell. This is lap 21. We're going to dive down the inside. I thought we had the move done there, but Russell turned in. He's tagged me, and he's damaged his front wing with that one. We're off the circuit. Russell down the inside. We're side by side. Russell just getting the move, but he doesn't have the momentum. He's very slow around there. I'm going back down the inside to take the lead back. I'm on the curb, and round it goes. We have had a spin, and Russell gets the lead back, but he'll have car damage, which means Pierre Gasly will take the lead. And you know what? That move did damage my car just a little bit. So I've been struggling to contain the damage for the rest of the race. But my teammate is in P3. Pierre Gasly does what Lance Stroll did in Canada and wins his home race here in France. It's going to be another P2 for us, with my teammate Michael Schumacher getting on the podium. His first podium of his comeback. It's a good team result.
Top job, my friend, top job. I was a bit worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but you pulled through. Thank you.
AlphaTauri will no doubt be celebrating tonight. What a great win. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
Our winners are heading to the podium right now. AlphaTauri have done an exceptional job when it comes to forging new talent and seeing them take home the victory. Today is a huge positive for the future of the sport. Joker takes over.
Well, it's a good result for the team. We need more of this, though, if Michael is to stay on with the team. But Pierre Gasly getting the race win. We're in second. Michael Schumacher is third. And his son finishes just behind him in fourth, with Antonio Giovinazzi rounding out the top five, and Charles Leclerc going from 16th to third, so he gained a few positions in that race. A decent comeback for him, and Jack Aitken rounding out the top 10, so his strategy really didn't work out for him there. And that's really just not what worked out in Jack Aitken's favour at all. But crucially now, the championship has closed up even more, because we are 1 point behind, 1 point in front, should I say, of Charles Leclerc. So we have taken the lead of the drivers' standings. I don't know why I thought it was a point behind there, but we are leading the standings by 1 point going into the next race. Russell is still third, and the two AlphaTauris are now fourth and fifth, with Gasly jumping forward after that win, and our teammate moving into sixth. And in the constructors, we have closed down that gap. So it is now all to play for as we take the lead in this championship. Well, thank you for watching this race. Don't forget to leave a like and hit the subscribe button if you're new here and you want to see more from me. Until the next time, I've been Joe, TTFN guys, ta-ta for now.